It's that time of year. It's time for Giant Monster Month. For today's movie, Giant Monster Month, we'll be looking at the highlight monster movie of the 1930s and the first talkie movie on this list. King Kong, made in 1933, is considered by some to be the best monster movie ever made. Years of experimentation with stop motion, combined with a classic plot and brilliant sound design, made King Kong a smash hit. The work that Willis O'Brien put into other monster movies paid off, with the spectacular-looking ape and dinosaurs showcased in King Kong. The monster Kong was touted as the eighth wonder of the world in the movie. Funnily enough, the movie may actually be the wonder. King Kong starts with famous filmmaker Carl Denham setting sail for his next big movie. A casting agent informs Denham that no actress will sign on to his project, which is shrouded in secrecy. Denham storms off, taking the search into his own hands, and stumbling upon Ann Darrow, who agrees to the project. The duo set sail the next day. On board, Anne quarrels with the ship's first mate, Jack Driscoll, who thinks her a nuisance. Sometime later, Denham reveals the ship's destination, an uncharted island inhabited by a giant ape of legend, King Kong. The ship successfully reaches the island, and the crew approaches a native ceremony, learning that the natives are preparing a sacrifice to Kong. This scene stands out to me as a good example of the effects of a good film score. The selective use of music in King Kong contrasts with the ever-present cues of the silent films on this list, and highlights important scenes like this one by providing a fast-tempoed, disorienting addition to the film's visuals. The natives spot Denham and company and end the ceremony. Upon spotting Anne, they request to use her as the sacrifice, only to be quickly denied. The natives don't give up though, and kidnap Anne later that night, right after Jack confesses his love for her. The whole romance between these two is cute, but seems rushed. I get that Driscoll isn't great with expressing feelings, but I wish there was another scene of the pair bonding before he falls in love. The ship's cook discovers that the natives attacked and a rescue party is sent ashore. In the meantime, Anne was sacrificed to Kong, who, for the first time, appears and runs off with Anne. King Kong looks amazing for a stop-motion creature. While there is still quite a bit of rough movement, Kong looks more lifelike than any previous monster. This can't be said, however, for the human models. Whenever Kong holds Anne or eats someone else, we see a small clay model in Kong's hand that looks pretty fake. It's not often that King Kong gets criticism for its effects, but clearly there were still difficulties. The rescue party follows close behind, encountering dinosaurs along the way. After surviving encounters with a Stegosaurus and Brontosaurus, the group catches up to Kong, who throws many of the members from a log bridge, killing all but Denham and Driscoll. Driscoll continues on while Denham goes back for help. Kong delivers Anne to his mountaintop lair, where she is held captive until Driscoll is able to rescue her, while Kong is distracted with a pterodon. Kong charges the escaping duo, leading him to rampage through the native village before being sedated by a chemical bomb. This is another highlight scene for me, as we get to see the full-sized Kong animatronics interact with the villagers. One man is eaten by a life-size Kong head, while another is squished by a giant leg. This would start the tradition of using hybrid techniques in monster movies, switching from stop-motion to animatronics. The sedated Kong is brought back to New York, where cinema history is made. Kong escapes captivity during a stage show put on by Denham, and the beast tracks down Anne. With Anne in hand, he scales the Empire State Building, where he rests until being fired upon by planes. The monster is shot down and falls to his death. This scene always struck me as being very sad. We sympathize primarily with Anne, who wants to escape, but I can't help feeling bad for Kong. He grasps his wounds, as though he doesn't know why he's hurting, and looks confused as to why he is no longer king. He dies looking more confused than angry, just a love-struck monster in a strange new place. King Kong is one of the most famous monster movies in the world for good reason. This movie was the first to humanize its monster, and it pays off. The Beauty and Beast love story of Kong serves as a much better story than the generic adventuring that drives many other monster movies. The classic plot and innovative special effects cement King Kong in movie history. One reason that I'm doing these reviews in chronological order is to see change over time. Viewing Kong as the end of a trilogy of O'Brien films shows just how far the giant monster movie genre came in the course of 2 decades. Do yourself a favor and check out King Kong.